What's up, nerds? What's up, nerds? Goz Master here in my home office. Look at that, not in a vehicle. I know you guys are concerned, like, where are you running to? Why are you always in your vehicle? With another Magic the Gathering puzzle quest. Today's quest, Wrenn And Realmbreaker bundle, is the new mono green walker worth the IRL cash. Should you pick her up for $29.99 American USD dollars? Are they worth it? We'll cover all of that and more, plus a couple of deck builds and maybe another loop. We'll see. Before we get started, as always, my appreciation and gratitude to WEBCORE. WEBCORE, you guys are killing it, man. You guys just released, as me recording this, you released the 6.3.1 update. You guys are fixing all kinds of bugs, stuff I may not necessarily want you to fix sometimes because it was fun to break the game with, but understandably so that you're actually making the cards play as they're supposed to be read, taking the bugs out of the game. I will always err on that side. It's appreciated. Thank you so much. Don't kill all the loops, please. Please don't kill all the loops. I like loops. With that said, let's talk about Wrenn And Realmbreaker bundle. What do you get for your $29.99 American USD dollars? 50 gold, 25,000 runes, 120 jewels, pinks, regular booster pack, 2 green packs, the walker herself, and then 40 additional pinkies if you're in VIP. All right, so first off, she's all the way at the bottom, third from last on my set of Planeswalkers. Wrenn And Realmbreaker 108. So in Shaolin, 108 is a magical number. Will she be a magical walker for mono green at level 60? We'll see. So first off, her passive ability, Roots! Worldwide Roots! Shout out to my homies who know what band that is. The only band with Igor and Max. When you make a match by swap of any color except green, convert 2 gems to the most present color on the board. There's a trick to this. I'm going to show you. Increase your mana bonus of that color by 1 until end of turn. Okay. So when you make a match by swap of any color except... So if you get to go twice, you get to do this twice per turn, right? There's no limit to it. But it is still pretty limited. I would have liked to have seen this towards the end of your next turn. Let me maintain those mana bonuses a little longer. You'll see why here in a second. Plus 8 loyalty, reclaim from Lost Realms. Destroy the top 2 cards of your library, then pick one of the first 4 creatures or supports from your graveyard and put it into your hand. It gains X mana. X is the number of land cards you control, plus 3. 10 loyalty for infusion of the multiverse. So this is significant. This can get dump truck. Target creature you control gains the land subtype, period. That happens first. Then it gets plus X and gains reach, trample, and hexproof until the beginning of your next turn, period. Then X is the number of land cards you control, including those creatures you put that on. So token stack, anyone? Including their reinforcements, plus the number of land cards in your graveyard. Token stack, anyone? And finally, we have 18 loyalty for Root Resonator. Create 4 rich soil tokens. Convert 7 gems to the colors of the first creature or support card in your graveyard. Now, rich soil, support card, land 4 token. When you make a match by swap, return the first creature or support card with that matched colors from matches colors from your graveyard to play under your control. So even if they're multicolored cards, I mean, it's all going to be green, right? Or colorless. I guess the only cards wouldn't be affected by this would be colorless cards. Reinforce that card X times. If that is a creature card, it gains haste until end of turn. X is the number of land cards you control, including their reinforcements. Now, this is interesting. Reinforce that card X times. So if you got a bunch of tokens out there, you make that swap, you bring a creature back to the board, it should get pumped by this. We will inspect to see if that's actually happening. At the beginning of your turn, increase each of your mana bonuses by the number of cards with that color in your graveyard until the beginning of your next turn. See, that's good. That gives us the mana bonuses till the beginning of your next turn. So if you're making matches with these things, once this is on board, this is a pretty solid ultimate. It's a solid ultimate you want to get to right away. It doesn't cost as much, and it allows you the ability to actually go and impact your board right away. So mana bonuses. This is where things get really interesting. +2, +2, +2 to red, white, and blue. Nothing to black, and then +3 to green. So there's a lot going on. This is probably one of the most intricate Planeswalkers I've seen that have been released. And frankly, I'm excited to play it. Let's go. All right, so this is a Pauper build. Let's get right into it. This is a straight Pauper build, so no fanciness here. Tatyova, Steward of Tides, 10 mana, legendary, 2-color, green, blue, 3/3 Merfolk Druid. When a land support enters the board under your control, if you control 2 or more land supports, including the reinforcements, create 3 forest tokens. At the beginning of the combat on your turn, land creatures you control gain flying until the beginning of your next turn. So these are land creatures, forest elemental land, 1/1 token haste, right? Because if you could take Wrenn and Realmbreaker and fuse it with Nissa Worldwaker and creating land tokens as a creature is one of the abilities, boy, it would be bonkers with conversion. It would be probably the most powerful. It would be an S tier walker all by itself. But this one allows you to do that. So Timberland Ancients, 19 mana. This is one of those other creatures. When you exile this card from hand, if it's 6 or more mana, convert 4 gems to green. We're going to be doing a lot of conversion. Plus, it's a big body that we can throw on the board when we need it for late realm and for a little defense if we need to. So it's a dual purpose card. The rest of us just focuses on land. Anything with the word land in your keyword search is what it is. 9 green, exile target opposing creature with flying. So hopefully they have flying. Phyrexian Vindicator and Faithbound Judge. This is an easy add because if those guys hit the board, you're toast. If it's anything else, you can survive as long as they don't have prevent damage. And Remy has flying. If you can't, exile target opposing artifact or enchantment creature. Okay. So if it's on the floor, but it's an artifact or enchantment creature, all right, rarely you'll run into that, but okay. But if you can't, exile an opposing artifact or enchantment support at random. So it's multi-purpose. It has a lot of different functionality. It's very flexible, very good. Terra Sunder, 5 mana. Exile an opposing artifact or enchantment card at random. And if you do play the kicker, if you can't, exile an opposing non-land card at random. Activate only if you match black gems in this turn. So yeah, it basically gives you more exile to be able to protect yourself. Brave the Wilds, 5 mana. It has Bargain. Fetch the first land card from your library. Bargain, create 3 forest tokens. That's really what we're playing. It's not a solid card. It's just a kind of a place filler. And everything else is lands. We have the Hunter Maze. This turns 2 gems to green in the beginning. It breaks, gives you a card. This is Thriving Grove. At the beginning of your turn, convert a gem to green. Convert a gem to one of the colors of the first colored cards in your hand. So again, all cards should be green. Or colorless. In this case, you want to make sure you have your green cards locked down on the top. And Overgrown Farmland, when the support enters the board, you know these are my favorite ones. There are 10 or more green or white gems on the board. All cards in your hand gain 5 mana. Beginning of your turn, convert 2 gems to green or white. Rockfall Vale, same thing, but green or red. Radiant Grove is the final one. The support can't be reinforced, so we get multiples on the board. At the beginning of your turn, convert 2 gems to green or white. So we have some synergy there. If I had another card, I would replace the red one here. With another green or white just to keep them in match potentially, but there it is. There's a look at the deck. Click, click. Okay, Oko, let's go. Okay, so here we go. First things first, let's go ahead and get these muted down and let's get our supports on the board. Any color. Now the trick here is you want to match anything but green. So whatever the color is that's max on board, any color that's not green you want to match. So case in point, let's go white. Looks like it's the most on the board. We want green, so we're going to do that. And it didn't convert. Did you see green conversion? I didn't see any green conversion. Why? Why? Let's go black. Hey now. And no conversion is happening. What is happening here? Why is no conversion happening? WEBCORE, is this a glitch? This wasn't happening before. I just played a game beforehand that it didn't have that issue. Okay. Unless like numbers are equal somehow. That would be interesting. Oh, there's Tatyova. Let's get her out. Let's do our first. So destroy top 2 cards of your library, pick one of them, yada yada. We want to get as many cards into the graveyard as we can. I guess we'll go red. There we had conversion. That was weird. Maybe if numbers are even, it doesn't know how to pick one. It doesn't decide between the two of them. Interesting. Might want to check on that, WEBCORE. Let's see. So we're going to go white here. This has mana? Yes, it does. All right, so let's go here first. Let's match that. Boom. That converted. Does that have flying? It does not. So we'll mute that down. We definitely want to get this out. And let's see. We do have a 5 match. We'll take that. So we didn't see anything but green. So if we match green, it doesn't convert. We will go supports. Boom. Kill that one. Get me some 3 land tokens. I got an extra swap. So again, I should be able to match white and it should convert green. And that happened. Okay. Yeah, I think it was because it had even numbers. I have to go back and count the gems. Oof. Oof. All right. And we're going to mute this Tatyova down. We're going to go another Hunter's Maze. We're going to go white. We get the green conversion. We got the blue drop. And that's that. Okay, and then we're going to go tear asunder, and we're going to try to just ramp up into our third. Let's go red, because I think red, there's a lot of red gems on the board. And my game plan here is I'm trying to match everything that isn't, whatever the most is, I want to be green. Then whatever the second most is, or that looks like it's competing with the green gems on the board, I want to match those colors. That way I can ensure that I'm getting the green conversion from that because that's what's ultimately going to give me the most mana pool. So this is a thinker's walker. You can't just sit back and make generic swaps. Maybe your focus is just make any color match except for green, right? Any colored match except for green. All right, now you can see we're starting to ramp. Yes, cool. All right, let's go here. And let's get into our loyalty. Oh, that's a 5 swap. We'll take that. We got into our third. Okay, so here's the deal. We're going to demonstrate our third. We get those on the board. And that's pretty. That is pretty. Boom. All right. And then we say, you know what, actually, now that I think about it, I probably should have hit Tatyova with that. I'm going to try that again. Actually, we can. I can do the second one. So again, target creature you control gains land subtype. It gets +X yada 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 until the beginning of your next turn. X is the number of land cards you control. So this should work on him and reinforce him a bunch of times, or her, I should say. They, whatever. 36, 36. It's only plus for everything else, but that's fine. That's a big beefy boy. That's solid. It gets the land subtype, and we have a 5 swap. Boom. We can grab another one. This is fun. I'm enjoying this. We want to convert anything non-green to green. There are the green conversions. Our boys are big enough, and we win. That's a Pauper build. There's like no rare. There's not one rare card in there. Let me show you a few rares. Okay, Peasant build. So Hiveheart Shaman, 20 mana, 3/5 human green shaman. When this creature attacks, move the first card with a land subtype from your library into play under your control, then convert 3 gems to loyalty gems. Create an Gold Gary insect token. It gets +X. X is the number of loyalty gems. Yeah, so stacks and stacks and stacks. Topiary Stomper. I remember when this card first came out. I love this card. I still love this card. I just don't get to play it often enough. Maybe we do. 9 mana. There's one criticism I have on it. It's a Vigilant 4/4 green plant dinosaur. It should be a land dinosaur, but whatever, or land plant or something like that, or forest land, something like that. When this creature enters the battlefield, fetch the first land support from your library. It gains full mana. At the beginning of the combat on your turn, if there are 5 or less green gems on the board, this creature gains can't attack until the beginning. We're going to have plenty of that, so it doesn't matter. That's its one downside. Tatiana's Command. All of these are rare cards. If you control 2 or less creatures, create 2 bear tokens. Not going to worry about that. What's really important is you may exile target player's graveyard. If you do, gain X life. X is 2 times the amount of cards that were exiled this way. Otherwise, we're not going to do that. Fetch the first land card from your library against full mana. That's really what we're going to use it for. Endless Detour to kind of keep some of their stuff off the board. Same as before, Brave the Wilds. This card's really solid. Okay, Dreamroot Cascade. It gives you green and blue, and plus when it enters the board, it gives you a bunch of mana. Green and white for Overgrown Farmland. You've seen that. Rockfall Vale, red and green. Glorious Sunrise, it's an enchantment, it's not a land, but it does convert 3 gems to green. At the beginning of a combat on your turn, your creatures get +1/+1 and gain trample until the end of turn. Then if you control a creature with power 6 or greater, draw a card. So that helps. And in addition to that, Bosiju Who Endures. 10 mana, legendary, channel, 3 shield, 2 gems to green in the beginning. But what's really important is when a creature with legendary enters battlefield under your control, if this card is in your hand, it gains 3 mana, so it has some synergy. There's a look at the deck. Click, click. This is not super optimized. And in fact, it'll probably struggle against Pajani here, but I still want to show some of the power that it has. We'll just go ahead and grab the last 5 life that we have there. And we will go on. No. Yes, we will. Okay, great. Ooh, I thought I had to restart. There we go. Let's, very simple. Let's just go get our stompers out. Let's go here. Boom. Got the conversion right away. Yeah, I think maybe last time it didn't convert because they were the equal number of gems on the board. Man, that's interesting. Really fascinating. All right, so we're going to go. We definitely want that out. In fact, we can probably do this here. Let's go boom, boom, boom. We got that. And there's not enough green gems on the board. Look at that. I said that wouldn't happen. It'll never happen. And it's the first thing that happens. Now we got plenty of green gems. We want to make sure we're not matching those, which is our MO anyway. So we're going to go red. Got the black conversion. We got red hitting the board. We will go ahead and kill the support. We will get out our land tokens. Support, kill that one, get some more land tokens, and hope that Pajani doesn't have any removal or anything. He will have something that you know what? I didn't throw in here the removal cards, did I? He's going to put down Phyrexian Vindicator, and I'm going to be toast. Oh well, it is what it is. All right, we'll just have to out-trample him, frankly. Let's go here. Let's go blue. We got more black. Lots of conversion there. All right, yes, we'll say not now because we want to get our newest land support, get that on the board. We got our bear tokens. Said we weren't going to get our bear tokens either, right? And here we are with a bunch of bear tokens. All right, my turn. How many toxins are here? All right, let's do all the conversions, gain the life, do the things. Oof, that is a lot. I'm casting my full hand here. The topiary. You're not hitting the board though, are you? It's only up to 8. I'm fine. Okay, so let's go land. I actually think I'm not going to get another support card. Let's see. But I will give my secondary ability to you. You're my biggest boy. All right, 34, 34. Let's go here. Got the green matches. That's a full cast. So let's see what happens here. I'm watching just like you. I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to say not now. We don't care about the life. We'll just plus up. We're going to exile you or the prevent damage. I think we're going to exile the prevent damage one. We're not going to cast Topiary. We're going to give him all of the things. Let's see how big this gets. So that's 37. Will it do 60 points of damage? 62 points of damage? I don't think so. No, we're short. That would have been bigger. Would it have been enough? No, it still would have been 3 short. That's a shame. All right, it is what it is. So we're close. One more turn and we get game. I could have used my second again, but I'm trigger happy. Let's just go. I just want to win. All right, here you go. That's game. So, come on, that's game. Let's go. All right. Let me show you the Mythic build. So I have to re-record this because the original one I recorded didn't get the actual gameplay itself. So let's actually look at the deck here for that Mythic build. This is Bramble Familiar. This is one of the new cards from it. It converts green. You'll see how it demonstrates, but bottom line is, actually, when you match green gems, convert X gems to green. X is equal to 1 plus this creature's reinforcements. So 2 is the minimum. You want to get a couple of these on the board. And then this is using just seed, so Dryad, Arbor, Kalini Garden, and Yavimaya Cradle of Growth all do the seed thing. You'll see how they work together. A little bit of green conversion and Animalist's Awakening. Meeting of the 5 to go fetch a couple of these creatures that we've got here, which is Jetmir Nexus of Revels. This is our win con, basically. It does tremendous things, include Endless Detour, and Dahada, Binder of Wills. This is one of the brand new Vanguards that are available from Dominar United, actually, that they just released. 5 color. It does a bunch of stuff. Pick up to 2 of the first 4 cards from your library, fetch those cards, then destroy the others. Then create X treasure tokens. X is the number of creatures sent to the graveyard this turn. That's really one of the big wings of this. And you guys know I hate Kami War, but shout out to my man, Main Loop, who actually featured this type of focus in the build. What I want you to pay attention to is outside of the top 4 cards here, 5 cards really with Animalist's Awakening, all those are green. Everything else is multicolor, so we can maximize our color bonuses for our 3rd ability. We're going to use the deck here, click, click, and let's get into, I mean, it really doesn't even need it, but let's get into Sequoia. That's what we're facing, using Dakin, Cursed Huntsman. That's going to be a tough match. I don't think I've faced him yet. Let's see how it does. All right, so first things first, whenever you can get Bramble, you do his fetch quest side. You actually do that main part, and then you can get Revels out here. Actually, you can mute this down, because I actually don't want to cast that until I have the main card in here. Now, the trick, as I mentioned before with this, is make all non-green swaps. That's really the key to playing with Wrenn, so that you get your green conversions and you can maximize your ultimate matches. So that's ultimately what we're looking to do, is to maximize our green on the board. So we're going to go white. We're actually going to go here. Boom. We're up to our first ability. Lots of conversion. Lots happening here. We're going to get out Colony. Let's get Yavimaya, because Colony is just going to start bringing us a bunch of creatures, and we just want to do the thing. We want to seed as much as we can. And this is Yavimaya, but we're going to go ahead and get Bramble on the board. And we're going to do this. And we're going to go, ooh, look at this 5 swap. Boom. Green should convert. There it is. And then that happened too. That's interesting. Let's do blue. Boom. Get some more green matches. Oh, no conversion. That's crazy. And we're just trying to get to our ultimate here because I want to demonstrate something. Okay, more Bramble. So we want to do this. That's getting conversion. Is our dude disabled? No, he's getting conversion. That's happening. All right, so we're getting the conversion happening there. We have a 5 swap. I'm going to go ahead and turn this around. I'm going to use that. We're going to make the 5 swap. That's the only time you use green matches is when you have a 5 swap available because you get to take an extra turn. Let's go ahead and use, actually let's use Dryad Arbor. We get him back. We're going to Endless Detour. Actually, let's put that one back in on the board. We're back in their berry. All right, we have our third. We're going to do this again. So 4 rich soil tokens. Convert 7 gems to the colors of the first creature or support card in your graveyard. So let's go ahead and look at our graveyard right now. We have a lot in here. So as the first, I assume this is the first, so that's green, right? So let's, oh, we have another 5 match there, so we're going to take that. We should actually use our third. Let's do our third now. Boom, that converts, so it was green. We have seed now going, and we're drawing now because of some of the land cards we have in play. And we definitely want to get those out. So it was another 5 match, we're going to do that, so we should get some more green conversion because of Who's He What's It. We have Kami War now in hand. We can do another 5 swap here, right? And we're just going to continue to do the things because we're awesome that way. We like to do things. We got our tokens coming on board. We're up to our third ability again. But I'm going to show you something as soon as I can after this next swap, after all these 5 swaps. Okay, it's just going to keep converting. It's just going to keep converting, and my token's going to get massive, right? So what I want you to read with Rich Soil is when you make a match by swap, return the first creature or support card with that matched color from your graveyard to play under your control. Reinforce that card X times. If that is a creature card, it gains haste until end of turn. X is the number of the land cards you control, including the reinforcements. At the beginning of your turn, increase each of your mana bonuses by the number of cards with that color in your graveyard until the beginning and turn. So we've matched just about everything else. Let's try matching. Well, we have this here. So let's go ahead and do our first ability. We will grab a... What do we want to grab? We'll grab a Kami War? No, we'll grab a Daha. Oh, we can grab 2 of them. That's right, I forgot about that. So we'll do that. We will go... That's a treasure token. Let's go... Everything is green, right? So, I mean, really, that's what we want to do there. Everything gets full hand here. It's starting to reinforce my creatures from the yard to the board. I'm getting a bunch of stuff. I don't know what's happening. I just don't. I just know that now Jetmir is going to give everything vigilance. He's going to pump them up. Homeboy, just don't stop, because when you're dead, you'll know that life is too short. They get trampled, double strike, no haste. That's the only thing it doesn't give him is haste. If it gave him haste, it would have been an OTK. Do you see how that works? Do you get the picture? Do you see how powerful it is? I just used her third. I just used her third. Their third. A's third. Get rid of their creature. I hate Kami War. You know I hate Kami War. They got me using Kami War up in here. What is going on, Goz? Why are you using Kami War, Goz? We're going to do some more of that. We're going to convert, do all the things, and just start the shenanigans all over. We won. It's over, right? It's a complete nutter butter. But we're still going to, let's do a non-green match here. Let's do blue. Boom. Right? Stuff's coming under the yard, from the yard. We're getting that. All the blue stuff's coming out. Let's take a Yavima. Let's go. Let's reinforce that. Get some more Yavima. Let's go. Things are getting bigger, and that's game. This is stupid. This is such a powerful synergy. And the trick is, don't make green matches. Just make every other color match except for green. And you're just going to blow up the board, and he's just going to continue to loop. This loops, by the way. It didn't loop here, but it does loop. Final thoughts. Let's get to it. Is Wrenn and Realmbreaker, what are my final thoughts on her? Is you worth the $29.99 American USD dollars? I think you saw that if this is your type of playstyle, which obviously I very much enjoy, she's very, very strong. I demonstrated both in Peasant, Pauper, Peasant, and Mythic and Rare. Really, you don't need a lot of the Mythics. If you just have the one Dryad deal, you can loop with Bramble if you have pulled that from the newest set. She's very strong, very, very strong. There's so many little synergies and nuances and fun little niches that you can carve into to find your own playstyle with her. I think she's a lot of fun. So if you have the cash and it's something you can pick up, I do recommend it. She's a lot of fun. You're not going to be disappointed in the fun factor if you're someone who invests in the game like people I know. For gold, she's a no-brainer. For 300 gold, you're going to pick her up. You're going to have a lot of fun with her and a lot of flexibility, a lot of fun things to do. I don't need to say much more of that. I think she's a top-tier A-class Planeswalker. She's at the top as far as mono-green walkers are concerned. Is Nissa Worldwaker more functional than her? Is the original Wrenn and 7 stronger than her? I think her and Wrenn and 7 are on equal footing if you have the right cards. She is a lot more card dependent than the other two are. Those two can win just by themselves, right? So very important that you notice that that's something you take into consideration when you go through it. But she's top A tier, possibly S tier, depending on the cards that you're playing with. There's a lot of really strong ones, especially if you have some of the seed cards I've displayed here. That said, pretty straightforward. Did you already pick her up? How are you playing with her? What did you use to break with her? And if that's the case, let me know in the comments. WEBCORE, well done. I love the intricacy of this Planeswalker. I think she's a lot of fun, very interesting, and I'm not bored. I don't figure her out and that's it. There's a lot of nuance to her that I think most people are going to really enjoy. That's it, my friends. I appreciate you. You can be anywhere in the world. Just spend this time with me here. Till our next quest. So what's up?